Hey there, lovely souls. Welcome to my channel Magnetize Official. I'm picking up on some intense, hot and cold energy from someone today. It feels like this person is romantically connected to you because there's a lot of back and forth sacral chakra energy coming through. There's definitely a strong physical attraction on both sides, but I'm also sensing a deep emotional bond between you two. What's really intriguing about this connection is how it seems to be moving at two speeds. It's racing forward one moment, then suddenly hitting the brakes, only to take off again just as quickly. It's like this constant push-pull dynamic, which might be leaving you feeling a bit bewildered. Now, I know this message is meant for a specific group of people, but if this resonates with you, I want to help bring some clarity to your situation. It feels like the person bringing this hot and cold energy is leaving the other feeling confused. Especially because the magnetic pull between you two is so strong. You're both drawn to each other, physically and emotionally, yet the connection keeps pausing unexpectedly. So, let's dive deeper and uncover what might be going on between the two of you. If you're new to the channel and looking for a specific message, I encourage you to subscribe and like the video. These simple actions help me tune into your energy more easily. Now, let's dive in. Right away, with the attachment card in reverse and the indecision card upright, I'm sensing that things moved incredibly quickly between you two, especially when you first met. The word that stands out is magnetic. There was a strong pull between you from the start. I'm even getting chills, which often indicates a spiritual connection. It's clear that you both share a lot, an emotional bond and a strong mental connection. I'm picking up that your conversations flow beautifully, and your senses of humor are really in sync. In fact, the masculine energy here truly appreciates the feminine's wit and charm. Just a reminder, these labels, masculine and feminine, aren't tied to gender, so feel free to interpret them in a way that resonates with you. I'm picking up something significant about trees. They might hold special meaning for someone, but my spirit guides are showing me the image of an ancient tree, hinting at a deep spiritual history between you two. It feels like you've shared many lifetimes together, creating a strong soul bond. Just like a tree looks beautiful on the outside, its true age and wisdom are revealed only when you look inside the trunk and see the rings. This metaphor suggests that while your connection is stunning in the physical world, there's a rich and ancient history beneath the surface that you may not consciously recognize. I'm also seeing the number 8, which, when turned on its side, resembles the infinity symbol. This connection to the number 888 feels significant, symbolizing eternity. It suggests that your bond is everlasting. Even if you were to part ways in this life, and I sense you both understand this, you would inevitably find your way back to each other. You're essentially quantum entangled in that infinite loop, maintaining an eternal, unbreakable connection. If you've ever drifted apart and then reconnected, you would pick up right where you left off. On a soul level, there's truly no goodbye between you and this person. I sense that the deep, rich soul history you share made things progress rapidly when you first met. In fact, it seems like it moved so quickly that it may have caused some fear in one of you. I'm picking up that one of you might have been romantically involved with someone else at the time of your meeting. Whether you were still in a relationship or just emotionally tied to someone from your past, it feels like there was some unresolved hurt that lingered. There's definitely a sense of sadness and heaviness surrounding this. I'm getting that both of you may have experienced significant heartbreak before crossing paths, and one of you might have still been somewhat attached to another person. Even if it wasn't an active relationship, it seems that emotional baggage was hanging around, affecting the sacral chakra and hindering the ability to create new, intimate connections. It's almost like the pain from that past heartbreak or the lingering energy from the other person was blocking the way to forming a truly open and heartfelt bond with each other. I'm definitely picking up on someone who was quite closed off to the idea of new love when you first met. Yet, your connection was so powerful and magnetic, spiritually charged, that even the person carrying a lot of hurt couldn't resist the pull between you. It was as if you were drawn together by fate, part of a soul contract that was meant to unfold. Before you met this person, you may have felt a shift coming, sensing that something significant was on the horizon, even if it felt a bit crazy. Now, for some of you, this might not be someone you've met in the physical world yet. It could be a connection you're sensing on a spiritual level. Just keep that in mind as we explore this energy. With the Sun card reversed and blossoming abundance also in the reverse position, it feels like one of you has been struggling to fully embrace a new beginning together because of something from the past that's hard to let go of. It's coming through as a thorn, something painful to hold on to. I see someone gripping this thorn tightly, their hand injured and bleeding. It's clear that letting go of this hurt is a challenge, even though it's causing them so much pain. I sense that this situation involves a romantic relationship that may have caused someone significant hurt, heartbreak, and emotional turmoil. Alternatively, it could be past pain that they're still reliving, keeping those feelings alive in their energy. Regardless, even though you were drawn together magnetically, things moved incredibly fast at the beginning. I'm picking up the name Timothy for someone, and it feels like they were very scared to fully embrace a fresh start. There's a lot of wounding around trust here, what some might refer to as trust issues, stemming from their own past experiences. I'm hearing that this person felt they could only trust themselves. Yet, when they met you, it became impossible not to trust you. With the Magician in the Mirror card appearing, I sense a deep similarity between you both, almost like mirror reflections of one another. You share a lot of mirrored energy, and this person may have felt instantly familiar, like an old friend or even a family member. You probably experienced a lot of déjà vu when you first met, and this mirroring in your energetic fields could indicate a twin flame connection, although only you can truly know the depth of that bond. Let's dive into how this person truly feels about you. With the anxiety card reversed, I sense that this is someone who often drifts into negative thought patterns. However, meeting you has helped break that cycle. You bring them so much peace and happiness, inspiring them to want to improve themselves. I'm picking up a strong masculine energy from this person, which many of you listening will resonate with as divine feminines. It seems that before you entered their life, this person felt trapped in their own thoughts, stuck in a loop. With the thinking man upright, they might not have believed in spiritual connections or even love itself. This is someone who considered themselves very logical, and that logic kept them in a somewhat lower vibrational state. Despite having a generous and compassionate heart, they were weighed down by their own wounding, which kept them trapped in their head, particularly when it came to matters of the heart. I sense that this person has been hesitant in the past when it comes to love, often receiving offers from other feminines, but shying away from taking risks. They carry a deep fear of getting hurt or rejected, likely stemming from a previous heartbreak that left them feeling wounded. Before meeting you, Divine Feminine, they genuinely believed they would be alone forever, even though their heart yearned for connection. When you came into their life, it felt like a dream come true. We're also seeing the Yin-Yang card, which, along with the Magician in the Mirror, are two powerful indicators of twin flame energy in this deck. This connection is significant for many of you. I feel that as soon as they met you, this person's soul wanted to give you their whole heart, which is why everything moved so quickly at first. However, I'm also picking up that their past patterns and unresolved wounds caught up with them, which may have contributed to that hot and cold energy you experienced later on. Or perhaps you're still navigating now. So, what's behind this hot and cold behavior? With the Happy Family card upright, it's clear that this person is daydreaming about a future with you and genuinely desires to be by your side. The Adjacent Possibilities card in reverse suggests that they have their eyes set solely on you. It's as if they're walking through life blind to everyone else. I can picture them out and about, completely oblivious to other potential connections, because you are the one who brings them peace and feels like home. However, the Deceit card upright points to inconsistency rather than outright dishonesty. This person might come across as unreliable due to their fluctuating energy. When I tap into the World card reversed, it reveals that their inconsistency doesn't stem from a lack of commitment or desire to be with you. Deep down, they feel a strong bond and commitment to you. There's truly no interest in anyone else, and they're caught up in daydreams of a shared future with you. Despite the connection you share, this person is a bit hesitant about how energetically connecting with you is prompting them to expand. It seems like they might struggle with change in general. Perhaps they still live in the same town where they grew up, holding on to familiar aspects of their life out of fear of the unknown. However, with the Indecision card upright, your presence has challenged them to confront choices and decisions about their future. Their focus on you, represented by the Goddess of the Moon card, highlights how they see you as this empowered, beautiful, and radiant energy. It's fascinating because one way you might recognize this person is through the sense of empowerment they bring when you're together. You feel spiritually aligned, tapped into your intuition, and connected to that goddess energy. This magnetic draw is likely what pulled you, divine feminine, toward this masculine energy in the first place. They help you stand in your power and encourage you to embrace your confidence. Far from feeling threatened by your strength, they genuinely admire it, viewing it as one of your most remarkable qualities. It seems like this person's physical life is a bit shaky right now, as they undergo what feels like a significant renovation, not just at home, but more as a metaphor for a deep spiritual overhaul. Think of their life as under construction. Because they hold you in such high regard, divine feminine, they want to shield you from the chaos unfolding in their world. They don't want to weigh you down or drag you into their challenges. What I'm picking up is that when they feel overwhelmed or pushed to make tough decisions, they might retreat from you, leading to that hot and cold dynamic you've noticed. This isn't due to a lack of feelings, rather, it's because they admire your strength and want to spare you from the turmoil they're navigating. They're working on themselves and need to sort things out on their own before they can fully engage with you again. Let's dive in and pull a few more messages from this person. We start with the Caring Connections card in an upright position, paired with the Happy Family card. The placement of the Happy Family card on the crown chakra, our most spiritual energy center, indicates that there's a future reunion already set in motion. As you both align with your highest timelines, especially in the context of a twin flame or high-level soulmate bond, it feels like this reunion is accessible to you both as you engage in your healing journeys. You connect most effortlessly when you each stand confidently in your power. The Caring Connections card speaks to a relationship that is harmonized, balanced, and reciprocal. I sense that this masculine is actively working on himself to cultivate this kind of connection. He aspires to be an emotional anchor for you, providing love, security, stability, and the balanced relationship you truly deserve. However, with the Hanged Man card, it's clear that he's currently in a transitional phase, focusing on personal growth to become the partner you need. With the Temperance card and the Empress in reverse, it seems this masculine is embodying that Empress reverse energy. He's grappling with feelings of unworthiness regarding your powerful Empress energy, which leaves him a bit insecure and lacking in confidence. The Two of Coins reversed indicates that there's immense potential for a strong, beautiful partnership between you two, but it hinges on him finding balance within himself. During this balancing act, he might appear hot and cold in the physical world. Your guides are encouraging you, Divine Feminine, to remain in that Temperance energy, embracing balance, peace, and empowerment within yourself. Don't let yourself be pulled down by what he's navigating. Instead, hold on to your sense of self-worth and value. When you notice him pulling away, trust the process and stay grounded in your power. Remember, with the Happy Family card resting on the crown chakra, you and this person share a deep spiritual connection. Your harmonious union in the physical realm will thrive as both of you find and stabilize that balance within yourselves. I received a powerful message for the Divine Feminine tuning in here. It seems you are a natural spiritual leader in your own unique way. Something you're doing is lighting the path for others. Some of you may be spearheading a project at work, and I definitely feel that energy coming through for someone specific. However, many of you resonate with being spiritual leaders in your business, family, or community. The Throat Chakra card came up in reverse, and what immediately came to me is that you serve as a voice for the voiceless, advocating for those who can't speak up for themselves. I'm sensing that some of you might work as social workers, or perhaps advocating for others is a core value for you. It's something deeply rooted in your soul. Your ability to stand up for those in need is truly inspiring. I'm picking up on a strong sense that back in school, whether in middle school or high school, you always felt compelled to stand up for the underdog. You've never been the type to gossip or speak negatively about others. In fact, when you hear people putting down someone who can't defend themselves or who is being victimized, it stirs a deep emotional response within you. This reaction stems from your core soul values, one of which, Divine Feminine, is to empower those who feel disempowered and to be a voice for those who can't speak for themselves. I'm excited to pull more cards and channel additional messages for you, especially for those connecting with this reading. But before we dive in, I want to introduce myself to those of you who are new to the channel. I just noticed the number 222, which could signify alignment. You might have seen it a lot lately. All right, I've pulled several cards for you, and I'm picking up on the name Kay as well as Maria for someone. Remember, when I mention specific names or details, they're intended for particular individuals, so only take what resonates with you personally and intuitively. First up, we have the root chakra in an upright position, which tells me that someone listening is in the process of building a solid foundation, whether that's within themselves, in their personal life, or within a family or community. We also see the crown chakra upright, along with the community and indecision cards, indicating that your mission here on Earth is deeply spiritual. You chose your geographical location, community, family, and even your country for a very specific reason. Nothing about this was coincidental or random. Your soul carefully selected this unique group of people and circumstances to help fulfill your purpose. The journey you've chosen has certainly been filled with its fair share of darkness and challenges. I sense that you've endured a lot of tough times, deep pain, and perhaps even trauma, much more than anyone who meets you might realize. You may come across as a cheerful, optimistic, and bubbly person on the outside. I'm picking up some Gemini energy here. But beneath that bright exterior lies a depth of experience that speaks to your resilience. Let me dive a little deeper into what you've faced in your life. The strategy card has come up in an upright position, indicating that everything you've been through has played a crucial role in your soul's higher plan, a carefully designed blueprint for your growth. Yet, it's important to acknowledge that this journey hasn't been easy. What other insights can I share for those tuning in? With the World card appearing upright, it's clear that your journey is not just about your personal growth. It's also about elevating collective consciousness. By expanding your own awareness, you're contributing to the greater awakening of those around you. I sense that you've engaged in deep inner work, and you continue to do so. This transformative process might resonate with the symbolism of a butterfly for you, representing your evolution and the beauty that emerges from your struggles. You've channeled a lot of heavy energy into light, not only within yourself, but also within your family's lineage. This powerful shift has created significant ripple effects in the collective consciousness, almost like the gentle ripples on a lake. Speaking of which, I feel that lakes or ponds might hold special meaning for you. I sense that someone was drawn to this video because, whether consciously or unconsciously, they've been asking the universe, am I on the right path? If that resonates with you, consider this your sign of affirmation. You are indeed on the right path. Despite everything you've faced, the pain and trauma, you possess a remarkable gift as a true alchemist. You've taken that darkness and transformed it into pure-heartedness, allowing you to empathize deeply with others and empower them by giving voice to their struggles. I also feel that you've experienced disempowerment at various points in your life. For some of you, this might have stemmed from childhood, where a domineering figure, perhaps a parent, silenced your true voice and opinions. As a result, you might have felt compelled to stay quiet, instead of standing up for yourself. If this doesn't resonate with your early family life, it could relate to a romantic relationship in your young adulthood that left you feeling similarly powerless. For those who connect with that experience, you learned to love yourself even when you didn't receive the affection you needed from that partner, turning your feelings of disempowerment into a journey of self-discovery and healing. Now that you've reclaimed your power, the woman holding a heart card signifies that you've transformed those challenging experiences into a unique gift. Whether it was a difficult romantic relationship or a controlling family member trying to silence you, you've risen above those circumstances. You've learned to take back your power, and now you're using that strength to uplift others through your own self-honoring and empowering choices. This brings us back to where we started. You are indeed a natural, spiritual leader. You lead by honoring yourself, speaking your truth, and empowering those who haven't yet found their own voice. I'm also sensing an intriguing twist in your journey. I saw the number 909, which may hold significance for you. With the rest and rejuvenation and the magician and the mirror reversed, it feels like something in your life has hit a pause or feels stagnant. For some, this might relate to a twin flame connection. If you identify as a twin flame, I see that cloudy weather symbolizes an imbalance in that relationship. It seems like someone might have tried to rush things along, attempting to piece everything together in the physical world. With the Patience card reversed, I'm picking up on the number 16 and seeing imagery of snow. Snow can symbolize rebirth and purification, suggesting that your energy and connection are going through a rebalancing phase. However, It appears that someone rushed into an unbalanced connection before it was truly ready. I see this metaphorically as a half-baked cake, which ultimately led to a disconnect or deeper separation. Since this connection is so spiritual and energetically charged, there's a constant flow of energy between you and this person. What was truly needed wasn't to hurry things along, but to allow space and time for everything to breathe, balance, and purify itself. For the one who pushed things forward, this has been a painful experience filled with uncertainty. It's beautiful, yet confusing, undefinable, and unknowable. So many layers to unravel. Both you and the person you're connected with are entering a phase that may feel quite dormant. It might seem like not much is happening, but beneath the surface, something is still alive and breathing. If you're currently in separation, I sense that October could hold special significance for you, whether it's someone's birthday or an important date in your journey together. Even if you're apart in the physical world, your energies are still very much intertwined. Energetically and spiritually, it feels like you and this other soul are on a shared mission. I'm picking up on names that might start with the letter A and possibly R or N, alongside some strong Cancer, Libra, and Aquarius vibes. With the Healer of the Ages card reversed, it seems like the Divine Feminine has been eager to move this connection forward, while the Masculine wasn't quite ready yet, primarily due to unhealed wounds. With the Healer of the Ages reversed, let's explore how the Masculine was unhealed. If you've been spotting white feathers, they might be a sign for you. This Masculine was still on a journey of uncovering deep truths within himself. The third eye chakra is in the upright position, indicating that he needed to confront certain realities about himself and his life that he wasn't ready to face just yet. Until he could acknowledge these truths, both internally and externally, this connection couldn't progress, no matter how much you, Divine Feminine, tried to push things forward. This situation likely caused you a lot of frustration as you were unable to see the gradual changes and shifts that needed to take place within the Divine Masculine. I'm curious, what are the truths he needed to uncover? All right, I see the Patience card reversed and the woman holding a coin reversed, along with a vision of lavender. Let's dive into what these revelations entail for him. We have 3 cards in play here. Patience reversed, woman holding a coin reversed, and the crown chakra upright. What I'm sensing is that this Masculine reached a breaking point because he tends to be quite stubborn when it comes to his own self-reflection. He might be someone who resists change, and I'm picking up strong earth energy from him. This resistance to even positive transformation may have contributed to the frustration you, Divine Feminine, felt in this connection. Because he's so resistant to change, the Divine had to step in and nudge him toward confronting his inner truths, ultimately pushing him to a rock-bottom moment. For some, this realization came from feeling a disconnect from you, the Divine Feminine, whom he loves deeply. Despite his feelings, his stubbornness prevented him from making the changes necessary to harmonize your relationship in the physical world. I sense that you may have pulled your energy back, which caused him significant pain. Yet, this pain was essential because it prompted him to look inward and experience a wake-up call, leading him to realize, okay, it's time to wake up. We can interpret this quite literally in a spiritual sense. It's time for a spiritual awakening. This means beginning to see the deeper truths about life, the people around them, their purpose, and the world at large. With the woman. Holding a coin reversed, I sense that some masculines may be dealing with a karmic situation they've been avoiding. There's a strong energy of procrastination here. Again, that stubbornness to make necessary changes. This masculine might have repeatedly pushed this issue aside, even though the feminine has consistently brought it to his attention. He didn't want to let go of either the divine feminine or the karmic situation he was entangled in. For a time, he believed he could juggle both the karmic energy and this profound spiritual connection. Ultimately, I feel the divine feminine made him confront a choice: face the karmic cycle he was denying, or embrace her energy and the connection they share in the physical world. This decision likely sparked the masculine's healing journey, serving as a wake-up call that made him realize there has always been one true option: his divine destiny, which is intertwined with you, divine feminine. With the contract card reversed, and the woman holding a coin also reversed, I see this masculine choosing to break free from whatever karmic cycle, pattern, or relationship he had been trying to balance alongside the divine feminine. This masculine is starting to gain new clarity about the world around him. He's questioning everything, from politics to societal norms and beliefs he once accepted without a second thought. It feels like a major shift for him. He's truly beginning to open up spiritually after being quite rigid and set in his ways before. Have you ever been with someone you felt an insanely intense, passionate attraction to, yet the relationship was so toxic that it seemed like you were trapped in an endless cycle, replaying the same negative patterns over and over again? Despite this toxicity, there was always a deep attraction between you. This person could very well have been a karmic relationship, a karmic connection. In this video, I'm going to share how to recognize that you are in a karmic relationship, and that this person isn't your twin flame or soulmate, but rather a karmic partner. I've done previous videos comparing and contrasting karmic relationships, twin flames, and soulmates, but I wanted to focus predominantly on karmic relationships in this one. Karmic partners come into nearly all of our lives for very clear reasons. Oftentimes, we meet one or more karmic partners either before meeting a twin flame or soulmate, or even after we've met a twin flame or soulmate. We may continue to connect with a karmic partner without fully understanding why. On the other hand, our twin flame or soulmate may also connect with their karmic partners even after we've met them, which can be very confusing. I find that twin flames especially struggle with this because it happens on both sides. Usually, twin flames experience one or more karmic relationships before meeting, and many people understand this. However, what many don't realize is that after meeting your twin flame, it is still possible to be drawn into these karmic connections. Likewise, it is possible for your twin flame to be drawn back into their karmic relationships. This can be really confusing, especially if you've already been through several karmic relationships, fully healed your so-called karma, and are now connecting with your twin flame. If your twin flame still has what we might call unfinished business with their karmic partners, it can leave you feeling betrayed and confused. You might even feel, from your ego self, like, "Hey, I did all my healing work, I went through all these karmic connections, why aren't you able to heal these patterns?" Again, that's the ego speaking, but it's something many of us experience when we see our twin flame as separate from us in certain moments. Through the eyes of the ego, we begin to feel like we're doing all this transformative healing work, yet they are still caught in their karmic cycles. So whether you resonate as a twin flame, don't consider yourself one, or are simply someone who has experienced karmic relationships, or is currently in one, who wants to better understand this dynamic, I aim to keep this video as general as possible. I want to address wherever you may be at, or whatever labels or relationship titles you resonate with. Let's start at the very beginning. What are karmic relationships like? Like all relationships, karmic relationships are based on attraction. You may be thinking, of course, Everyone knows that people who get into relationships are attracted to one another. That is true, but most people don't understand the true meaning of this attraction. All attraction is energetically based. Many of us believe attraction is based on a series of physical characteristics. We might say, "Oh, I have a certain type." But in truth, all attraction is energy. Attraction happens when two people are energetically drawn to one another for some reason. One reason two people can be attracted to each other is that they have a soul contract with one another. We are naturally very energetically attracted to our soul families. These aren't the only forms of attraction within our romantic connections. This isn't the only way we can be attracted to others. However, whether it is with platonic friends or romantic relationships, when someone is part of your soul family, you will feel very attracted to them. Similarly, with karmic partners, on a soul level, we have made a soul contract with them that we will meet in a certain way. We predestined our meeting, knowing we would be intensely attracted to one another and that this relationship would begin. We also decided that within this relationship we would trigger patterns and wounds that needed healing. Through this connection, we would realize these patterns, experience some form of mutual lesson or healing, and then we would be able to release the connection and move on. Oftentimes, if you resonate as a twin flame or perhaps a soulmate, these karmic relationships come in to clear our energy in some way, heal some pattern or wound, and prepare the way for a higher form of soul connection such as a twin flame or soulmate. However, that is not to say we are completely done, 100% of the time, with karmic connections upon meeting a soulmate or twin flame. Karmic connections can continue to arise later in our lives because there are still lessons or patterns that must be healed through these relationships, even after we've met a twin flame or soulmate. Due to the soul contracts between us and our karmic partners, the attraction within a karmic relationship is based solely on either a shared wound or a shared negative pattern. You could think of karmic partners as fitting together like broken puzzle pieces. Just like the jagged edges of two puzzle pieces fit together perfectly, you will find that your wounds and negative patterns align seamlessly with theirs. This also means that you only fit together with a karmic partner when you still have these so-called jagged puzzle piece edges. Just as two puzzle pieces would no longer lock together if they didn't have those edges, when you heal these wounds and negative patterns within yourself, you will find that you no longer connect with a karmic partner. This is what truly distinguishes a karmic partner from a twin flame or soulmate relationship. People often get confused between a twin flame and a karmic partner, especially in the beginning, because both twin flames and karmics trigger us. They both show us our wounds in need of healing, and they can sometimes appear to be caught in a spiral of negativity on the surface. However, the way they differ is that karmic connections, as I said, are completely based on this wound and this negative pattern. This means they exist only to heal this wound, and once you learn your lesson and heal the wound that is being triggered by this karmic partner, you will no longer feel that intense, insatiable, passionate connection to them that you once felt. You may feel nothing for them. You might look back on them nostalgically, or you may even laugh about the situation. You might feel somewhat fond of what you shared together. Alternatively, if the relationship caused you a lot of pain and negativity, you may not feel so fond of them. You might look back and disdain certain aspects of them or the relationship. You may even feel repelled by them. But one thing is for sure. Once you fully heal this wound within yourself that your karmic partner was triggering, you will no longer feel this deep romantic attraction to them. you will no longer feel the need to be with them, and you will completely move on. This differs from twin flames because unlike karmic connections, which are based upon a mutual wound, twin flame attraction is not based on shared pain and shared wounding. While a twin flame can also trigger our wounds because they mirror us, their connection is based on shared expansion, mutual growth, and soul evolution. Now, let's shuffle the cards and draw one last message from the Lover's Oracle deck. Emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. To see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. It feels like a lot has transpired on both sides of this connection. No matter how you decide to move forward, whether you choose to separate from this person in the physical realm or deepen your bond with them, it's clear that a profound level of forgiveness is essential for both of you to continue expanding. Forgiveness is about letting go of the past, both personally and collectively. I sense that the masculine has a significant amount to forgive, be it people, experiences, or heavy situations from his past. For the divine feminine, forgiveness may involve recognizing that the masculine simply wasn't ready at the time. He was navigating his own wounds and struggles. However, this doesn't mean that you, divine feminine, have to remain with this person in the physical realm. Instead, it's about gifting yourself the freedom to break free from the old mental and emotional patterns that may have kept you stuck. By choosing forgiveness, you're embracing a sense of liberation. I hope this reading resonated with those who needed to hear it today. If it touched your heart in any way, I'm glad it found you. Click the Join button to explore the membership options and see what exciting benefits await you. By joining, you'll get exclusive perks, behind-the-scenes content, and special access to our community. It's a fantastic way to support the channel and get even more out of your experience with us. If this video resonated with you and you crave more, interact with the content. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, Magnetize Official. Share these words with anyone who might find comfort and inspiration.